Hey guys!
We're back!
Time for us to finish up the last few bits of loose ends, then hit up Einhel Keep and move on!
Onward and upward with the story.
Insert overwrought intro gag! Ha 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 ha! It was so funny!
Speaking of overwrought, we're the Bittersweet Gamers.
It's true. I'm the opinionator!
Not we squared.
I'm not that overwrought. Are we? Maybe we are. Alright, Machias, let's hang out.
Are you doing well, Rean? I'm doing alright myself. I just arrived in the capital this morning after wrapping up my inspection duties in Crossbell. I'm not sure what did me in, but I think it's finally hit me just how much work it all is. It'd be nice if I could talk about it more with you. Think we could meet up?
Wonder what he wants to talk about. Complaining about work? I would love to hear about that from Machias. Let us do it, regardless of what Rean is saying. You know, I was saying, regardless of what Rean says, we should, probably just meet up with Machias, but maybe he really does need to sleep.
How did he answer his Arcus?
I was about to get to that. That's impressive. It's like phone rings, and he hits it anyway, and then all automatic.
Oh, it's you, Rean.
Sorry, were you sleep answering your Arcus?
I'm very efficient. Not intentionally, I just nodded off at home. Got my orb mill then? If you're all set to meet, I'll head on over to...
Oh, not that. I'll come to you instead. It's a nice change of pace for these events. It's a quick enough ride on bike, and you just got back from a big trip. You should relax a little.
Boy, I could use it. Thanks, Rean. How about we meet up at the cafe in Plaza Bifrost?
Sounds good. I'll be there soon. That's actually cool that Rean just drives over to hang out himself. I wonder if we're actually going to get to go to Heimdall in this game. Kind of seems like maybe we won't, since we occasionally just...
Go places?
Yeah, like pop in there, or have other scenes take place there.
Probably not.
Oh, I remember this place. Hey there, Machias. Sorry for making you wait.
No worries, I just got here myself. Sorry for making you come all this way.
Oh, not at all. I'm sure you're pretty pooped by now, too. Shall we?
Yeah, let's go get some coffee. It'll be on me. Since you drove all the way here, it's the least I could do.
You better. Oh yeah, I remember this place. Wait, I got a better one.
Ah, coffee is the best.
It's pretty darn good.
Subtle flavors of the coffee beans gently encapsulate my grogginess and fatigue.
Did you know that caffeine is actually a natural insecticide produced by plants in order to try and de-incentivize insects from eating it?
I don't care. It's delicious.
I like caffeine too! I'm just saying, that's what it is. Looks like you're more into it than you were before, you nut. Governor Regnitz likes it too, right?
Yeah, Father drinks over 5 cups a day.
Oof.
After becoming a fully functioning member of society, I've come to appreciate the healing power of things like this.
It seems he's tired from more than just traveling to Crossbell. So, what did you want to talk to me about? If there's anything I can help you with, I will.
Rean, thank you. It's more like I have something I want to tell you.
Something you wanted to tell me?
During our inspection, a certain Imperial's company's name came up.
Can you talk? Are you alright?
I need more coffee.
Apparently.
They're a long-standing company that has been expanding since the Civil War. They recently opened a branch office in Crossbell. They're currently working with the IBC and the RF company, and they have a say in the management of Michelin Wonderland.
He's not talking about Hayway or something like that. Well, it's an Imperial company anyway.
This company was also involved in Operation Birdcage.
Ah!
That being said, the lead was taken by Governor General Rufus, the Intelligence Division, and the RMP.
I see. So, essentially the government is taking a dim view of these folks.
But this company, tons of fishy rumors are swirling about them. Despite trade restrictions, they've been openly selling products from Calvert by just changing the labels.
Well, I thought everybody kind of knew that Calvardian products were coming in and nobody really had a problem with it. Well, I guess it's clearly not Kleist & Co., or he would have said that too.
They give kickbacks to the imperial government for valuable information that they use to expand their stores.
Oh, that's how business in Crossbell always used to be before. And it was crap. So they're in cahoots with the government and being inspected by the government. Wait, this is a long-established company? Do I know of it?
Well, it's owned by the family of someone we know very well.
Then it is Kleist & Co.
Does the name Kleist & Co. sound familiar to you?
The reason that I thought it might not be is he would have said this already, but he just hadn't built up to it yet.
Don't rush me.
Kleist, I know that name. Also, Becky in Crossbell, and even a little bit here, is like talking about the dark business doings of Kleist & Co., so it's kind of surprising.
Why was that so ominous? I couldn't believe it either, which is why I wanted to ask you.
Hugo confirmed for Gnome.
When we were on the Courageous during the Civil War, he and Becky both helped us with supplies. Over the years since we graduated, what happened to him?
I don't know.
It's simply the result of my tireless pursuit of profit on behalf of the company.
What freaking timing, dude? Were you just like walking around and then you hear the word Kleist and then you know, evil dark gnome Hugo is like, wait a minute, my ears detect Kleist, 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 and so. Okay, good. Because that picture a second ago was ridiculous.
Well, his voice was pretty ominous too. You!
The evil Hugo Kleist! I always liked Hugo. Because I basically...
Hey there, Rean. Haven't seen you since graduation. And it's been even longer than that for us, Machias.
When it comes to approaches to things, you know, a lot of what you saw with Hugo was how different his approach was from Becky's, but my approach is like Hugo's, so...
Who would have thought I'd run into you two on a sales trip?
Yeah.
Maybe us Thor's alums are just drawn to each other.
The odds.
Hugo, is it true? Is Kleist & Co. working with the government?
Yeah, it's true. Everything you guys were just talking about falls in line with the direction I set up while I was in school.
Uh-huh.
But using dirty money and changing labels? I'm not aware of everything that's going on. I leave the decision-making to my father and the people who actually work the floors.
Huh.
I mean, to be honest, as a businessman, it would be stupid of me to not take on this opportunity, right?
Huh. Hugo, are you really okay with this? Becky wouldn't...
Sorry, I have some business meetings, so I must be going now. It was nice meeting you again. Until next time. I didn't think he'd just show up like that.
In all seriousness, this is kind of complicated.
Right? But I guess that confirms it.
Looks like he waited until graduation to show his true self. Well, seems Hugo's quite the businessman.
Hey, don't compliment him! Our classmate has sided with the government. I realize that sounds kind of weird coming from me, but...
You are a government bureaucrat, but can I just say I also really appreciate that Machias of all people would say this?
Yeah.
You know, the son of the imperial governor.
Mm-hmm.
But Hugo made this decision after his experiences in the Civil War. You, me, the old Class VII, we all made our own decisions.
That's true. This is really complicated.
It's certainly shady, and I mean, like the kickback stuff. I really don't have any complaints about selling Calvardian goods.
Right.
But the problem is the dirty money and the government schmoozing. Remember, the imperial government that we're talking about is essentially the one backed by the reformists.
Yeah.
Good old reformists trying to institute nice reform with corruption. Good old reform, that is.
Well, potato. One man's reformation is another man's same old, same old.
Autocratic rule by nobility in a province may kind of suck, but at least it's legal. Yada yada, if you don't like the system, change the system.
Right. I guess we'll just have to push on with what we've decided to do.
Things are tough for both of us, but let's each give it our all. I know each of you are working your hardest in your own ways. That's why I can't afford to give up.
Machias, yeah, me too. Let's do our best. Let's believe in our decisions. I'm really happy to see this.
Me too.
I know I keep saying that. It's just that before Machias was like a pro-Osborn or at least pro-government zombie.
Yeah.
Seeing him move to become so skeptical of everything.
It's good to have a certain degree of skepticism towards everything.
Yeah, I don't like believing what anybody tells me. Doesn't this kind of remind you of Fee in the gardening club?
Yeah, the short, silver-haired, kind of emotionally distant young girl.
Yeah. Pulling weeds is tiring. I'll frickin' say it is! Frickin' weeds! Sorry. Real life jumped in.
It's okay, Damon. They can't hurt you in this video game.
Are you sure?
No.
Helping Sandy out with the garden, Altina? Yeah, club wasn't meeting today, so I had nothing else to do. And she seemed really busy, so it's really nice of you, Altina. Out of curiosity, are you okay with bugs and worms and all that? What do you mean by okay with? Oh, I suppose girls do not typically like insects. Well, I'm not likely to start eating bugs like Freddy anytime soon.
Achoo!
But being around them doesn't make me squeamish. Freddy, you're only, like, right over there. Don't sneeze on me. I imagine Milliam likes them, though. Yeah, I can picture her going out to catch bugs. Might even eat a few from time to time. Anyway, keep up the good work. Yes, Instructor. Well, Tina and Milliam. Objectively speaking, your personalities and preferences are totally different.
I heard you talking about me.
Oh, the idea of eating bugs has spread because of you. Nobody wants to eat them, but people are talking about it.
Well, aren't you two growing up nice and fat?
I hope you're talking about those chickens!
Wait! No. Stop looking at them like that. All I need for them are their eggs. Gotta get a hold of myself.
Wait a minute. There's something fundamental here, dude, that you may have missed. I think you might well just eat them, because I just don't think these two roosters are gonna be laying eggs.
I don't understand.
Oh, hey, Leonora. Swimming alone today?
Yeah, there's no practice today, but I can't relax if I'm not in the water. Honestly, I prefer the ocean over the pool.
On account of you being a pirate hunter or some such.
Well, see, I've got green hair, and I wield 3 guns in combat, the 3rd one in my mouth, and, I'm making a reference no one's gonna get.
How do you aim the one in your mouth?
Very carefully.
Yeah, anyway, aren't you from...
From Lamar?
Why, the place that we'll be going? Yes! How convenient!
I never knew my parents.
Well,
I was adopted by the strongest escort fleet, and it's not like I have a home.
I see.
Sorry to kill the mood with this story. They might not be related to me by blood, but my fellow fleet members are my family. And for me, swimming is just as natural as breathing. I hope I'll be able to work up a sweat.
Sorry to bother you. Leonora is someone who has just basically not really been all that interesting throughout this. That's why she generally hasn't made it into the videos.
Yeah, she's mostly just been supportive and friendly to other people.
Yeah, like peppy, high energy, gung-ho, and very friendly and supportive of other people and eager to make friends, and good for her. She comes across as likable, just not interesting. Mm-hmm. But the fact that she mentioned that she's from Lamar and will be going to Ortis, I just wonder if we're not going to get to see her in action a little bit.
That'd be cool.
For that matter, what the heck is she doing here?
Swimming?
No, dummy! What's she doing at the school? I guess that also means that academically she was able to get in too.
Yeah.
She's not just a meathead. Wayne, outside the training hall. Oh no! Poor Wayne!
Help me.
Actually, this is exactly what he needs.
I came here to sharpen my sword skills, but Principal Le Guin was training too. Is this good luck or misfortune?
How would you know the difference?
Oh. Her presence is just so intimidating.
Principal Le Guin's inside, huh? He's shaking like a rabbit sitting in front of a lion. Wayne, steel your courage. It is time to learn. Okay, please, all I have to ask, Aurelia, don't petrify him, okay? But you need to teach him, like, some confidence. Getting in some sword training today, Principal? Of course. An unused blade will rust, after all. By the by, you're still looking for a way to control your power, correct? I imagine this means sparring's off the table. You're right on all counts, I'm afraid, but as for sparring, there is someone... Nothing gets by this woman, does it? But how could it? She generates her own dramatic breeze indoors. Which reminds me, I heard your sister Elise delivered you a letter from Yun Ka-Fai. How did she get that information?
Damon, at this point, are you really surprised?
Well, no.
I mean, for one, she seems to have an in with Yuze.
The infamous sword hermit. You know, I've heard that he and Master Arcade once crossed swords. I've heard the same. They say there was no clear winner, but that didn't matter. Both men were more enthralled by the fight than by victory. Clearly, we know similar storytellers. There are so many different martial arts, but when you trace them back to their roots, you find a multitude of commonalities. Commonalities? Well, you know, a warrior speaks with his fists, etc. Well, I guess someone who has mastered both the Arcade and Vander schools would know better than anyone. I wouldn't say I've mastered anything, though I suppose there aren't many who could reach the level I have, which makes 100-form military combat a fitting choice for the Imperial Army. 100-form military combat? What the heck is that? That style draws its 100 forms from both the Arcade and Vander schools, right? I can't imagine it gets too much use on the battlefield, but it seems like a smart martial art to teach soldiers. It's kind of interesting thinking about, like, hand-to-hand training for militaries. Mm-hmm. It's bound to be useful at some point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you'll eventually run out of bullets. And when it comes down to it, knowing how to punch someone so they cannot punch you back is very useful.
Well, yes. Really what I mean is, when you don't need it, you don't need it. But when you do need it and don't have it, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Indeed. If it's good enough for the likes of Craig the Red and Nightheart the Mighty, it's good enough for the rank and file. Well, that's for sure. But I've rambled long enough, as usual. I want to see your branch campus style 100-form military combat in action.
Oh no.
Huh? Wait, is someone outside? How me think this? It's not possible for me to come in here without passing by Wayne. I know you can hear me, Wayne. Stop lurking about and come in here and face me.
Do I have to?
Yes, you do. Don't make me say it a second time.
Yes, ma'am. I go a brave soldier to die on the field of battle.
Good luck, Wayne. You'll need it. Listen, take your U material and go make a composure shawl. It blocks petrification.
And gives you +5 speed. You'll need it.
Every little bit. No, I think this is actually really good for Wayne. As long as she just doesn't decide to crush him like a bug.
Oh, she's not gonna do that.
Is there a better person on this campus
who
can give Wayne confidence?
No.
All she has to do is just hold back and push him and push him and push him, but it can actually teach him some level of...
Like it would work for his way of learning?
I think so. Nothing leads to more confidence and better judgment and more happiness and throwing yourself into your training or what you're doing than success.
Right.
she can give him the type of success that nobody else really can. What's the matter? Bring it on, bug!
The principal wants me to spar with her? My hand won't stop shaking.
You'll do fine, man.
Remember me fondly.
Well, if she decides to crush you, then you're dead, but come on, that's not gonna happen. I have to say something. For my part, at least, I feel like Wayne and Sydney, maybe to a lesser degree Kyrie, but he's just not as interesting, but Wayne and Sydney, I think, are the most compelling of, like, all the students that aren't party members in the branch campus. They have these unique types of struggles that I think are relatable to regular people. You know, compared to someone like Leonora, who is a pirate hunter wielding a machine gun on, like, ships at sea, having never known her parents, or, which is fine for fiction, or, you know, like the cool sniper girl from the East, Maya. Like, these people aren't normal.
Yeah.
And, you know, look at Becky or Pablo. What's normal about that? but Wayne and Sydney are actually having to deal with things that are
common,
what normal people their age would have to go through.
Yeah.
And having trouble dealing with it. And like I said, I actually find them the most compelling. And really, I wish them all the best. I think some of the best of these, like, get to know the other students' quests have been Sydney and Wayne's I have no confidence, what do I do, please help me, instructor quests.
I agree. I personally relate with them on a lot of levels because of how I was when I was their age. So I really appreciate it and empathize with them. Good luck.
Right. That's everything out there. Onward to Einhel Keep.
Hey, good morning, Rean.
Good morning, George. Professor Schmidt and Tita, too. I'm surprised to see you all here.
You cannot be surprised to see me here, Schwarzer!
But every place I go, Professor, I have to comment on how I am surprised you're there.
Do you have a brain injury?
I think I might, actually.
This is the one place I'll always be!
I wonder what they're plotting. I don't know, but I bet it's frickin' awesome.
We've been busy in the research building until now.
We have a separate building for research?
Wait, were you in there all night?
Yeah, I just came to check in and boy was I surprised.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen each other, so he forced me to help him with his research.
You knew it would happen. Well, that's...
You enjoyed it too.
That's why you're here, even, so...
I just got back from a long trip, but no rest for the weary, I guess.
I know you aren't one to complain. Isn't that right? You should be honored to have helped me with my research.
Yeah. Some things never change.
I can never really tell if they get along with each other or not.
He reminded me of my grandpa and mom.
Which one is the mother? Answer carefully.
I guess it would have to be Schmidt.
Oh, those two are really intense. Well, they say the more you fight, the closer you are.
George, do you know Tita?
Yeah, last summer I went to ZCF in the borough.
For goodness sake, hasn't it already been established that, like, these people have been establishing broad networks?
Do you have a brain injury, Schwarzer? I really learned a lot from her grandfather and mother, Professor Russell and Professor Erica. That's when I was told stories about the Divine Knights and Panzer Soldats, which is one of the reasons I decided to study abroad here.
I see. It really is a small world after all.
Erica Russell was rather insolent, but she had tons of promise, I guess.
She's clearly brilliant, but Schmidt is not nearly as intense as Erica Russell.
She may become better than Russell and Hamilton someday, though she could never surpass me. My talent is limitless. That joke may have failed, but science is about the pursuit of perfection, not the actual achievement of perfection. How's that? Even in my failure, I succeed as a genius.
Yes, sir.
Here we go again. I'm glad you think so highly of my mom.
Isn't that Hamilton person one of the 3 disciples? Like, the person that really hasn't come up in trails before?
Yes, he's one of Professor Epstein's disciples, along with my grandpa and Professor Schmidt. I've never met him, but I heard he's an advisor at the Verne Company in the Republic.
Meaning we'll undoubtedly meet him in the Calvert Games.
Yeah, I tried to arrange a meeting with him, but he's really busy with his research right now, so I wasn't able to.
Yeah, he's probably working on trying to develop his own soldats.
Yeah.
I see.
My grandpa, Mom, and you really do have a lot in common, Professor Schmidt.
You're all crazy and cruel. Well, okay, your grandpa is
Your
crazy.
grandpa's not cruel.
But he's a nice guy.
Don't lump me in with them. Huh? Professor? It's nothing. Anyway, Schwarzer, are you here for the test at the Keep?
Yes, sir. Reluctantly, perhaps. I mean, I saw your request, but you seem busy today, so...
That isn't for you to decide. I'm never too busy for our little visits. I have prepared everything. I just need to do the final calibrations. When you are ready, come to the Keep. George, 4th disciple, let's go.
At least she gets to be called disciple. She hasn't yet graduated to having a name, but...
Was he talking about me? Let's go, Tita.
Well, Mint is the 3rd disciple, but that would be that Makarov's niece or something like that.
Yeah.
You gotta earn your name with Schmidt.
See you later, Rean. We still have things to do, so feel free to take your time.
Understood. I'll see you later, I guess.
Excuse me.
It's a good thing his disciples aren't like him. Well, time to get ready.
So I hear you fought the almighty conflagration and the fool. This is normally the part where I would boast that maybe you can handle something more challenging than I had originally designed. But we all know you're just going to break it into oblivion and destroy it before it gets a chance to do anything. So come on, let's just get it over with.
Why, Professor, do I detect a hint of regret or humility?
Do I detect the lock-on of a suborbital nuclear strike, Schwarzer?
I hope not, sir. I suppose there's no humility after all.
Very good.
I mean, do you want me to lose to your thing?
It'd be nice. I'm a supportive member of this faculty.
Yeah, you are. Hey, George, are you all done with the final checks?
Yeah, I pretty much finished everything last night. I'm just waiting on Tita and the professor now.
George, how bad is it?
Oh, it's bad.
Okay, that's good.
But I might have gotten a little too in the zone last night and gone a bit overboard.
It really is bad.
So, sorry, Rean. But be careful.
Well, don't worry. I won't be fighting this time, but I will be sending a galleon fort machine to pretty much crush everything that moves.
Okay.
Sure thing. I'll let the students know too.
Wow, Tita sure has grown a lot since just last year. I'm surprised she's able to put up with that stubborn old goat.
Yeah, it's clear she's definitely the grandchild of one of Epstein's 3 disciples. She's become very skilled at just about everything, including Panzer Soldat maintenance.
Yeah, I guess she must be pretty skilled if that old goat accepted her as his 4th disciple.
That is a compliment.
As a fellow disciple, and I guess kind of her senpai, I should look out for her.
Oh, that's right. You're his 3rd disciple, aren't you? Ah, I see. And I heard Instructor Makarov from the main campus studied under him too? Yeah.
Oh yeah, when we were in Ruhr. Man, that takes me back.
So who's his 1st disciple? Novartis?
God, that... What?
It has to come up. Like I said, they just keep doing this weird thing with the professor's names, and his name is given the same as...
Yeah.
like the others.
That was when I first started as his 3rd disciple. The professor really worked us like mules back then, and every time he's ever seen us.
So if you're the 3rd disciple, and Instructor Makarov is the 2nd, I suppose that the person that occasionally Schmidt keeps thinking about and referencing obliquely is who's the 1st?
Oh, just some guy named Dr. Novartis. No one important. I actually never met him, but I heard he passed away in an accident 10 years ago.
Wait. An accident 10 years ago? I think I've heard about this. Wait.
Yeah!
The mission ended in failure. The girl suffered serious injuries, and the other person lost their life.
Yeah, Alisa's dad!
Huh. Well, that makes more sense when it comes to the Black Workshop then, doesn't it?
Yeah!
That person was Chairman Arena's husband, Lady Alisa's father.
Was his name Franz Reinford?
Oh, you knew? That's right. Alisa's father was Professor Schmidt's first disciple. According to Instructor Makarov, he was young, but very talented. He was highly involved with the professor's research and even helped out with designing blueprints. He was involved with designing old models of tanks, versions of armored vehicles that are still in use today, and even mainline tanks.
Wow, he must have been some researcher. In other words, yes, we're completely right about the head of the Black Workshop being Franz Reinford. Because he sure is getting an awful lot of mentions here and there.
His talents were later discovered by Gwyn, and through him, he met Irina. After they fell in love, he was welcomed into the Reinford family with open arms. After that, Alisa was born, and the 100 Days War came and went. It seemed like his life as a researcher and developer was going great, and just like that, the accident took him away. And so, the professor lost his first and best disciple. It was around that time that he became even more of a shut-in than ever and would start to lose himself in his research. That's what Instructor Makarov told me anyway.
I see. It's almost like getting all this exposition and backstory is going to be highly relevant to an organization called the Gnomes that employs many dead people. Hey, wait a minute, Mr. Gnome?
Yeah?
If that's the case, then the cause of the accident was Sharon.
Yeah. Rean?
Predictable. I know. But no, it's nothing. I won't talk about what's on my mind. But after all that is when you became a disciple, right, George?
Yeah, since I wasn't from Ruhr, I didn't know any of the details until much later. I'd always thought the professor was a great person, in more ways than one. Oh, and it was about that time that I first met Angie.
I was wondering when you'd get around to mentioning her. Really? I haven't seen Angelica in a while. This is trail speak for I will soon see Angelica.
First time I met her was when I went to go get a research sample from the mine. Never thought I'd find the Marquis' daughter digging up ore.
Yeah, remember? She worked in the dang mine.
Yeah!
She was just every avenue for rebellion against her father she took. Oh, that's right. She did mention she worked at the mine part-time. She also said she apprenticed under a female martial artist and traveled around Erebonia.
Yeah, that ended up being the final nail in the coffin.
If I remember correctly, I think it was actually Ling from the Crossbell Bracer Guild. I could be wrong about that, though.
I don't remember.
Well, you wouldn't. You don't even know who I'm talking about.
But that's an excellent excuse.
Because I don't think it would have been Kilika. Just saying, there's only so many Taito... There's only so many female Taito users that have been introduced, and so you've got to run through all of them, and...
4 years ago, I decided to go to Thor's after Instructor Makarov recommended it to me. Angie had already been accepted into a girls' school, but she suddenly decided, hey, Thor's looks pretty good, I'll go there. And the Marquis just sighed and said nothing.
As usual. Maybe he thought it'd be better than a girls' school in the long run. Not that she even got to graduate, she got kicked out.
That's true. Yeah, maybe he thought that if Angie was put under all the restrictions of a proper girls' academy, she'd just explode?
Well, that's pretty much what would have happened, yeah.
There's a trip down memory lane. Anyway, that's how Angie and I both ended up at Thor's. And once they started testing the Arcus, I met Toa and Crow. Speaking about Crow, heard anything weird lately?
You tell me, Mr. Gnome. You tell me. George. I was wondering, before you came to Ruhr, Instructor Rean... Class 7 has arrived at the designated rendezvous point.
Oh, are you one of Instructor Rean's classmates? Well, more like schoolmate, but yeah, name's George. Nice to meet you all.
Good to see you too again. What? This whole place is just too much. You can't even talk and say hi to me properly. Every time I go in here, I'm overwhelmed.
I went in here when I was still in Class 9 for support training, yet I'm still taken aback by how truly state-of-the-art this place is. We used it for Class 8 for combat training too, but what's this I hear about a higher difficulty?
Well, that's what we'll be doing today, and...
It appears you've all finally stopped dilly-dallying and gathered. Final adjustments for Level 3 are complete. Testing will now begin. As usual, head to the elevator in the back.
How many of us are you expecting to come back, sir?
None, hopefully.
Understood. This way, guys.
Whatever. Ooh, how thrilling.
You two had better say stuff like that, because guess who's going to the front of the line? Oh, Kitty is following me around! That is not how cats behave. I'm just supposed to be overseeing your training, but this is a good opportunity. Come on, impress me or something. What, did you want me to say something cute? Or like, pick me up and pet me? No way.
Hey, Rean, were you trying to say something earlier?
Don't worry about it. It's nothing important. We can talk about it later when we've got the time.
Now, Rean, I've known you for a while. That's not going to work on me.
Rean makes everybody else talk to him about their problems, but he refuses to talk about his problems.
I see. If you say so.
I am too weak to this. I walk around, cat follows. Why do I care so much?
Damon, stop pussyfooting around and get to it.
Here we are. Yep, it's a cube dungeon. Ash, Muse, show us what you got.
Level 3 seems a whole lot bigger than the previous levels, that's for sure.
We should assume that the monster's strength has increased accordingly. This will be the first time the 6 of us have fought together, too. Yes, Ash and Muse need many link points built up. We'll have to make sure we're all on the same page here. Furthermore, we'll have to make sure to acquire enough resources to simultaneously equip all of us. And because I currently don't have that. Muse, Ash, you ready to show me what you're made of?
Of course. And that's not the only thing I'd like to show you.
Okay, that's enough.
Don't forget, you're not just judging me here. Show me you're a teacher worth a damn.
I'll do that some other time. Right now, you're gonna be in the combat party. Ash, would it kill you not to pick a fight for just 5 minutes?
Maybe not, but it's not worth finding out. You just never turn it off, do you, Muse?
Oh, no, Snappy, come back to that? It's like I'm back with the old Class 7. You didn't forget the you-know-what, did you?
Huh?
Nope, I'm wearing it right now.
Something to regulate his spirit unification.
It's a shame, but I'm not gonna be using it. I'll try it out when the time is right, presumably at the boss battle. Fine then. Let's see what you've learned over the past 3 weeks.
Huh?
Hey, teachers have to improve too. Could it be?
Are we gonna see how your training sessions with Selena paid off?
You guys just focus on your thing.
Don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about what you're doing.
I'll show you what I'm doing in the field exercise. Suspicious yet oddly envious stare. What? Nothing.
You guys ready? I've really cranked up the difficulty here, so it's not going to be easy. Still, I believe in you guys. Show me what your class can do, Rean. All right, let's begin the trial. Einhel Keep level 3 initiated. Don't bungle this one up. I'm looking to get data out of this, not corpses.
You kept telling me you didn't want any of us to return alive. Hypocrite!
Ha! Bring it on! I can take whatever you throw at me.
Clearly so. Remember, he surprise attacked McBurn and brought him to his knees by whapping him straight in the face.
We're supposed to be a team here.
Beginning operation.
My first battle as a part of Class VII. I'm quite looking forward to this.
Likewise. Okay, everyone, here we go.
Beginning search.
I kind of feel bad slaughtering these little rabbit mice, but okay.
Meanwhile, Celine's like, they look so good.
No, Celine, they'll give you rabbit starvation. They're too lean.
What? Is that all? These little rabbit things? Are you serious? After all that big talk, I expected more.
Well, the boar things are...
Boring, yes, I know.
Yeah, not really tough either, I guess, but, you know.
I'm just glad I'm not dragging the team down. I'd like to drag Instructor Rean down.
Not at all! You're both doing great. In fact, you're so in sync, it's hard to believe it's your first time working as a team. Well, we have had opportunities to work together during our field exercises.
I mean, we did keep, like, sneaking off and teaming up.
And we even do Panzer Soldat training with Ash several times, even before now.
Right? It's pretty easy to team up with people you know.
It doesn't hurt that your weapons and fighting style balance our class out nicely.
That's right. Praise me more.
By the way, that halberd of yours, I've never seen anything like it. Not only can it transform into a scythe for some reason, but you can detach the head. Like, seriously, the weapons in this series are getting weirder and weirder. No, I think it's cool.
Heh, this baby's custom made.
I believe the equipment screen called it a switch axe.
Yeah. Randolph still got me beat when it comes to pure carnage, but this thing's packing a few nasty little surprises. I'm guessing a prim and proper noble boy like you doesn't think that's very chivalrous.
I must admit, it's not my approach to combat, but your weapon is well suited to a man of your strength and talents.
It's no fun teasing you. Huh.
Well, you know, you'll always catch the other guy off guard.
You say your weapon is an arts rifle, right? So does that mean it fires off orbital arts like T.O. staff? Well, the basic principles are the same, yes, but I can also toggle firing modes to use regular bullets. The Reinford company is still developing it, but they deemed me an appropriate fit for the weapon when I enrolled here.
Sure. You know, Toa fights with something similar, and it's pretty cool. Though her pistol's made by ZCF. Well, no matter who makes them, they're strong weapons if you're good with magic and Fortuna.
By the way, Muse, your aim is incredible for a noble.
Nobles hunt?
Who taught you how to shoot? My grandfather taught me. He's a man of many hobbies, hunting included. He showed me my way around a rifle.
There's no way that could be referring to Cayenne.
He's not old enough to be your grandfather, right?
Right, but still, there's something going on there.
Yeah. So that's the story.
That is an insufficient explanation for her skill level.
Yeah, but I don't know much about guns, even though I kind of use a gun, sort of.
Anyway, between our test here and Crossbell, you've both proven your adaptability. But now I want you to get the hang of working with the others. And that includes making combat links with your Arcus units.
Which we've already done. Then by all means, Mr. Vanda, show me how it's done.
By coincidence, we are in fact linked together in Battle Ash. My pleasure. Just don't think you'll ever perform on my level, young Carbide.
Oh! You say, I know you love to tease us, but in battle we really need you to be all business, okay? Naturally, you know. Men love a woman who can get down to business.
We said no teasing! That is exactly what she asked you to refrain from.
Okay.
They'll probably be fine, right? Maybe? I wouldn't worry about it. You were just like them once.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right.
Jealous.
In Cold Steel 1, several of the characters just straight up could not form links.
Yeah!
Whereas in this, it's interesting that even though Yuna always complains, she was straight up able to immediately form a link with Rean, so...
Well, it was very complicated.
Uh-huh.
Giga Murder Crab, the return!
Oh no? Is it facing us, or is it looking away? I can't tell.
Well, crabs do have a tendency to scuttle from side to side. That thing has teeth.
That thing looks very strong and hideous.
Good! That'll make things interesting. Hasn't noticed us yet, so we should be able to sneak up from behind and...
And Ash flings himself and... No? No. Let's take it head on.
Huh? How bold.
You're doing it? Yeah. Can't think of a better time. A better time to test out ogre power than against a giga murder crab?
Okay.
Yeah, so how's this gonna work anyway?
Probably some sort of limiter. Oh!
Oh,
Eh?
the demonic aura.
Wait, you're really gonna use your power on a Giga Murder Crab?
Don't worry, I should be able to control it now. I'll draw its attention. I want all of you to work together to assist me as best you can.
Even though I won't be in the battle.
Understood. Providing my full support.
Giga Murder Crab, I challenge you to a duel.
Get back!
What a passionate foe.
What?
You think I should, like, bring Rean in?
I kind of feel like you should, yeah.
Are you sure?
I mean, it is kind of the debut of being able to use it normally. I know you don't have it built for it or anything.
There's plenty of games. This is just some crap. Alright, Rean, you show off how cool you are. I don't mean to be disrespectful or anything, but it's like, I want to use other people.
Resonate! Divine Song Formation!
Thanks for the contribution, Instructor.
I shall go.
I feel like I'm being so mean, but I'm really not.
So did a fight just happen? I blinked and everything was dead.
Good job, Instructor.
I'm impressed at all the fighting you didn't do.
I mean, sorry! But they forced me to use Rean the whole time. I don't want to use him anymore. Jeez. Excuse me for liking to change up the party members and use all the characters that's available instead of stick to one strategy.
Hey, busting your chops is my job.
I find it boring. Huh. So, how was it from the back? Totally under control. Guess that means it worked. Instructor Rean? I like how Altina especially is like super concerned about this.
She's concerned her role as like his support is in jeopardy. That's why she was so quick to rush up and help. Because that's where she's determined her place is. And now Celine shows up and who even has history with him as his supporter.
And is taking it away.
Thank goodness. I mean, you almost gave me a heart attack.
So, you really were able to control your power? Yes. Thanks to this pendant Emma made me.
It's made out of pleroma grass.
No! I can't rely on it too much, but it should be fine to use in moderation 3 turns at a time as long as I can keep the CP up. So what that means is, I'm going to start using this power. The power I lost control of a year ago in my role as Class VII's instructor.
Whoa.
Thank you, Instructor. It's a good thing, really. I know it's the first time you two have seen that. Sorry if I scared you.
Excuse you. I showed up and smacked McBurn in the face. You think that's gonna startle me?
The truth is, I'm, for some reason, a little different than most people. It might be a little creepy at first, but...
Go on. Man, I heard the rumors, but damn, I'm impressed. What are you calling that? Your ogre power? Still don't like you much, but I don't hate that.
Huh?
Silver hair and eyes like fire. The name Ashen Chevalier suits you. It's such a departure from your usual look, and you cut such a handsome figure with that exotic tachi of yours. You'll be on my mind all night.
What else is new?
Why do you have to make everything sound sexual? Why do you have to state the obvious?
What do you think about all this, Ash?
Me? It's like I said. The way I see it, you gotta use every trick you got. I've got my halberd, he's got this. He certainly does. Yet another addition to our instructor's ever-growing list of charms. But do be careful not to overexert yourself if you do decide to keep using it.
I will. Yuna, Kurt, thank you both for sticking with me. And I especially want to thank you, Altina. That was good timing.
Yeah.
Me? You've been keeping an eye out for me ever since the Northern War. Watched over me in our field exercises, too. I'm really grateful for that. Thank you. I just did what was expected of me.
Aw, Allie is blushing.
Well, you know, that was the one thing she actually wanted to be praised about.
Yeah.
I am not. Here we go again. You know, you've really grown.
The talking cat is right.
Alright, we should be halfway through level 3 now. Let's keep this up. Understood.
Okay, newly united Class 7, let's get this done.
That was really nice. I'll end up really using Rean and Ogre Power later, for goodness sake.
Yeah!
It's just most
I'm
games...
ready to go anytime.
Most games, you just have the main character, and the main character, and the main character, and the main character, and it just bores me. So in order to continue liking the main character, I don't use them very much.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Well, yeah, it does. All right, guys, real talk. Not to imply that other times that we talk, it's not real, but...
Huh?
Let me just dig myself in a hole. Okay, I'm trying this again. See, I actually feel kind of bad about ending it right here, right in front of the boss, but we don't really have enough time to do all the scenes after the boss.
Right.
And the other thing is, realistically, like, we do have to play all this and go through the dungeon, and it actually does take, like, some time.
Quite a bit of time. Mm-hmm.
And we don't always have the time to keep recording, so, alas. We'll try to make the next one run a bit longer, though. It won't have a dungeon full of monsters with 30,000 hit points in it.
Do you believe us?
Billy? What the heck are you trying to say?
Anyway, we'll finish up all the free day stuff next time, so I'll see you then. But look on the bright side. Every other story event in this free day section up till now has had more story than normal, so that means next time should have more story than normal too. Think about it like that.
Earlier, Billy, I put my foot in my mouth.
Yeah, you do that a lot.
Would you like to put your foot in your mouth now?
No.
Well, then why'd you do it?
I'm not gonna put your foot in my mouth, weirdo.
I think I've been owned.